Welcome to an episode of Potion Sword Run. Original Seed coming at you from my bedroom. One thing that I learned about this whole Sweet Baby Inc. fiasco is that people like them never learn. You don't go to war with gamers. But before we begin, again, do not like this video. I am still wanted for stealing my neighbor's cats. They keep on knocking, and I won't let them in. Just remember, this was your doing, not mine. Brutus. That's what he tweeted to the co-founder of Sweet Baby Inc. after she got banned on Twitter. Obviously, her account was flagged from, gamers who disagree with her attacks on Brutus and other people in the community. Instead of playing fair, instead of fighting words with words, she chose to weaponize Twitter and the flag system, telling people to not only flag what he curated on Steam. He's the guy who curated the list of games that Sweet Baby Inc. has his footprints on. It's like, why do you take it that far? That pretty much was the first strike. That was uncalled for. That was going beyond the line. And gamers reacted. And now this is the beginning of something bigger. Now again, they're going to accuse a lot of these people of being what they're not. Just like in Gamergate, because a lot of the people who are involved with Sweet Baby Inc. are pretty much connected to the whole fiasco from back then. This is like their new transformation. Now, different people come to the Sweet Baby Inc. from different angles because we're not all the same, so different things interest us in this whole fiasco. Me personally, I like the link between them working on games and the females coming out looking kind of ugly, or flat, or just not as beautified as that, aesthetically pleasing as it could be for the person who's going to be playing. I find it kind of odd that, of the creative choices that go that way. Now, is it all Sweet Baby Inc.'s fault? I don't know. Because if I'm an artist at the game studio, I'll be pushing back. So they're all at fault for all I know. Others have issues with the notion of forcing diversity in games for diversity's sake, when it has nothing to do with the story or the plot or, whatever, anything to do with the game. But outside influence comes in and forces you to change characters and stuff like that. That's understandable. And then there's those on the fringe who just don't want minorities in games. But those people you can throw away. You don't have to listen to them. They are on the fringe. The problem isn't that there is minorities or inclusion in games, is that the writing for that character or for that notion doesn't really fit the game. It's like forced, making the game worse than what it should have been. We don't see too many people complaining about Gears of War back in the day when they had Dom as a Hispanic. It had Coltrane, a African American. It had a white lead, but I mean, there was representation in that game. You actually got to play against the other people too. But I mean, game devs back then had a cast of characters they wanted for their game, and they put it in motion. For all we know, Sweet Baby Inc. was involved back then as a different name. We never know. But the thing is, just because you question forced diversity in games doesn't make you a racist. But people like Sweet Baby Inc. and their ilk like to throw that against gamers. It's like that's their trump card, their only card to go to. Let's call them a racist, just like they did in Gamergate. And maybe we'll, convince the media that this is nothing but a bunch of trolls again trying to smear minorities. Paul Tassi doesn't think this is a nothing burger. But he's part of the mainstream media. We know where he's gonna stand. They stand with power. Those that are in the N. And Sweet Baby Inc. is in the N. It's like a whole infrastructure of third party companies that are just like getting money off of the video game companies, ciphering them, sucking them dry with all their politics and everything. And that's what they do. They go around and check games and see if they're politically correct, I guess you can say, for these times. Shaping the way, not only like trying to shape the minds of Americans who play games. Instead of letting the studios make the games they want to make, there's big companies out there who are influencing the games they make. But not only that, they also shit on the gamers when they point it out. Brutus and his ilk, they have a right to make a list of the games they might want to boycott. And the thing is, that's where it's getting to right now. They see the way that Sweet Baby Inc. is responding to this fiasco, attacking people, try to get them banned. They see all the tweets being unsurfaced by gamers, older tweets that are damning from all the employees. And they're going to start speaking with their wallets. We'll see. But this is just the beginning. You don't go to war with nerds, with gamers, with people who hold that grudge and are going to keep on digging to find out what other ugly stuff these people have done and said. For them being all inclusive and all, they really do leave out a lot of people who are unwanted, in their circles. Label them as racist or something else just because they don't agree with the ideas that these other people are spewing. What is that? And the thing is, there's a lot of other companies out there just like Sweet Baby Inc. And a lot of them are in the shadows. But the thing is, they will be exposed. Now, like I said, not all the games that they worked on were failures or were, uglified. But the thing that's getting gamers riled up is just the outside influence. Not only in our games, but in comics, in movies, TV shows. People who have an agenda or politics put their own life into these projects when it's not about them, it's about the characters and the stories they lead. That's gonna do it for this episode. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.